Welcome back, everybody, to the College Hoops 2K8 Arizona State Dynasty here, as we are finally ready to kick off our season with the Hawaii Invitational, or what is now known as the MAUI Invitational. So I was going to have all 2 to 3 games, depending on however many it would be in this episode, but I don't have the energy to do multiple games. I'm still not 100%, as you can probably tell by my voice. So we're only going to do this first game against the number 15th ranked Illinois Fighting Illini. And this game ended up being a really good one. It's low-key deserving of its own episode. So let's get this show on the road, as here comes your Arizona State Sun Devils coming out the locker room. They are pumped, ready to get their season officially underway. Welcome, everybody, to the opening round of the Jim Maui Invitational here, as the Illinois Fighting Illini, ranked at number 15, sitting at 2-0, going to take on your Arizona State Sun Devils. The starting lineups for this game for Illinois: we got Byron Evanstar, Clement Dean, Howard Irvin, Irv Castillo, and Henry Cummer. Meanwhile, for the Sun Devils, it'll be the sophomore at point guard, Jake Jackson. His backcourt mate, the freshman, James Harden. At small forward, sophomore, DeKendrick Collier. At power forward, the junior, Rakeem Lee. And at center, the sophomore, Njoka. Everybody do the Chamba. So here we go. Tip-off will go to Njoka Chamba and the Arizona State Sun Devils, and this game is underway. So here's DeKendrick Collier getting it to Rakeem Lee. Lee over to Harden. Harden trying to show off his fancy moves, and he's going to start this season off with a foul. So James Harden will go to the line to shoot 2. Harden drawing a foul. What's new, am I right? His first one is money. And the first bucket of the season and the series is at the free-throw line, courteous of James Harden. Second one, even better than the first one. Actually, just kidding. The first one was a perfect release. That one wasn't. Anyway, here's Collier over to Chamba, getting it to Rakeem Lee with a nice mid-ranger. Sun Devils looking good early, as Byron Evanstar, the junior, who is this team's star, over to Castillo. He gets it to Howard Irvin. Deep 3 off the mark, but there is Henry Cummer with the board, and he will not get it. Nice defense from Arizona State, as here they are on the fast break. Harden for 3, and it is good. James Harden going to stop, pop, and drop. Just like that, it is 9-2. Fighting Illini need a bucket, and they're going to try to get one here, as that'll be Cummer who does get it. And this starting lineup of Illinois definitely has more size than Arizona State. I mean, 2 6'10 plus guys, but the Sun Devils are playing well, currently up by 7. As here's Irvin being double teamed. He's going to try to get it over to Cummer, who had the last basket in the corner for a wide open man. That's Clement Dean, no good, but another offensive board. Castillo will be blocked, and then Cummer misses it, then Castillo gets it. As you can tell, that was an ugly rebounding possession for the Sun Devils, as there's a nice drive from Illinois, and it's good. So now it's 13-8. Jake Jackson with it. Jackson going to get it over to Harden. Harden trying to drive. He's going to take it inside for the layup, and Harden has 7 points, which is nearly the entire total of the Fighting Illini. As Dean with the drive, he's going to get it to the open man. That's Howard Irvin for 3. Fighting Illini only down by 4 now. They're definitely not out of this game. They are right in there, as there's a nice hook shot for Arizona State. And then here comes the Sun Devils going coast to coast. Ryland Fountain, the senior, for 3. It is good. Nothing but net. Nice shot for the Sun Devils. They are now up by 5. As here is Fuller with the drive and the finish. One of the better 6th men in the country. Fuller trying to get it off the glass. No good. Rebounded by Arizona State. As here's Dean Balkson with it. He's going to get it over to Collier, over to Fountain. Back to Balkson with the mid-ranger, Danger, and he gets it, +1. That's an and 1 for Dean Balkson, the sophomore. And now it is only a 1-point game. Illinois right back in it, as here is Fuller for the lead, and it is good. For the first time today, Illinois is up. They're now up by 4, as Lester over to Balkson, deep 3, short, rebounded by Muhammad Lester. He will put it back in. That would do it for the first half. 30-26, Illinois leads. Arizona State had most of the control for that first half, but Illinois was just playing better down the stretch. There's a nice layup from the Fighting Illini, and then another nice play. That would actually be an and 1 for Illinois, and Arizona State starting to fall apart a little bit as Harden with it. He's going to try to do something crazy, trying to create a big play over to Lee. Over to Jake Jackson at the top of the key for 3. And the younger brother, a former Westlake linebacker, Owen Jackson, with a big shot, as there's a nice play for Illinois. And there would be a foul on Njoka Chamba. So an and 1 for Illinois. As here's Rakeem Lee, open for 3, no good. Not really known as a shooter, but he figured it was worth a shot. However, Chamba would put it back in. So now it's 41-36. Rakeem Lee with it. Over to Dean Balkson for 3, and it's good. Balkson has had a few big shots off the bench. He's been one of the team's better scorers in this game. Balkson again for 3. This time it's no good. Lee, however, would get it back and get the and 1. A lot of and 1s in this game. Both teams shooting the ball well through contact. As Jackson over to Deshaun Carter, the freshman. Big three-pointer. And Arizona State is back up by 1, but Illinois is going to take the lead right back as Fuller gets another and 1. Very common theme here. Dean now with it. He is tightly guarded by Rylan Felton. Does not want to do anything with it. Now Illinois is going to play some hot potato with it. As there's a 3, and it is good. So Illinois back up by 4. Deshaun Carter with it. He's going to try to dribble around Jackson. Now he's going to get it to Jackson. Jake Jackson almost broke the defender's ankles. He's going to find Carter open in the corner. Should have shot it when he was open, but instead takes the contested shot, and it does fall. 59-54. Chamba loses it. Falls on the ground. Could have called that a foul. You could also call that a flop. And then Evan Starr hits the layup. So now it's a 5-point game with not a lot of time left. Harden, deep 3. Bang, bang, bang. Big shot for Harden. And with just 2.5 minutes to go, it's a 4-point game. So here's Castillo over to Irvin. Irvin with the drive and the layup. And that'll be an and 1. I didn't really see the contact there, but they're going to give it to him. 68-62 now, under a minute to go. Illinois up. Arizona State trying to stay alive, and the layup is good. As Arizona State's chances went pretty much out the way, just like that basket. But they do get the 3. They're still alive. 71-65. Now Harden for 3, and it's good. So with 25.5 seconds left, it is a 1-possession game. Massive free throws here for Clement Dean, and he will miss the first one and then makes the second one, as you can see. So now it's 72-68. Does Arizona State go for the 3 or the 2? As here is Harden. He's going to get it over to Rakeem Lee. Lee over to Jackson. Jackson, he's going to get it to Harden. Team is passing it around as Rakeem Lee hits the shot. 72-70. Pass is tipped and stolen. Chamba with it over to Collier. Over to Lee. Over to Jake Jackson for 3. And the lead. And he misses the shot. Jake Jackson chokes. Illinois gets it with under a second to go. They are headed to the line. Irv Castillo going to try to finish this sucker off. And he misses the first one. This could be big. Arizona State is not out of it. Here is Castillo. His second free throw. It would also be no good. Lee rebounds it, but cannot get a shot off in time. That's all she wrote, folks. Arizona State loses in heartbreaking fashion. 72-70. Jake Jackson was open for the win, and he choked it. Your player of the game goes to Byron Evanstar. 16 points, 6 assists. Looking at the numbers, only 3 points for Jake. He did have 7 assists. Harden and Lee each led with 15 points. Harden was inefficient. Lee was efficient. And the other 2 starters, Collier and Chamba, each had 7. Then off the bench, Carter and Balkson were the leading scorers there with 8. 2 points for the 7'4" center, Jakub Novik. Would have liked to have seen a little bit more from him. 3 points for Rylan Felton. 2 points for Mohamed Lester. And then Green did not play. Meanwhile, for the Fighting Illini, who get themselves a big win and will likely play Duke in the second round unless Princeton somehow upsets them. Evan starred 16 points, 17 for Irvin, 6 and 10 for Castillo, 4 and 13 for Comer, and then 13 for Fuller off the bench. So that'll do it, folks. Next episode, indeed, Illinois plays Duke, and we will end up playing Princeton. Meanwhile, the other game, Marquette will end up playing Oklahoma, and then in the loser's side, Alabama A&M will be playing LSU. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hit the like button and subscribe. Peace.